awakening and take us across the ocean of this world. You are purity itself, the granter of peace and the destroyer of all misery. O Mother Sarada, please dwell forever in the lotus of my heart. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you all. And we'll be thinking of Mother for some time. The topic was given that Mother, the supreme knowledge. Mother Sarada, she is the supreme knowledge, abode of knowledge. She is the knowledge herself. Yesterday when we were talking about the last part, that Mother is the same Mother who appeared as Mother Durga, Mother Kali in other times. Here also she appeared as Mother Sarada, but she was the power of Sri Ramakrishna power, Sri Ramakrishna state. What was Sri Ramakrishna? She was big embodiment of all wisdom and knowledge. She was Brahman. And Mother Sarada is the Shakti, the power. Shakti and Shaktiman, power and whose power? They are not too different. Power, someone's power of music, singing, or someone's skill of cooking remains within that person when he is singing or she is singing or cooking or not cooking. Similarly, that power which manifests as the universe, which manifests as the living being, which manifests as the source of all compassion and love and blessings, which manifests as the energy to redeem us from our ignorance. That is the power, and that power is Holy Mother. And that Mother is no other than Sri Ramakrishna. So we were thinking of Holy Mother yesterday that way, that she is called Vijnana Deepankuri. She was the embodiment of Vijnana, means spiritual wisdom, which is interpenetrated into the whole personality of that. That is Vijnana. Saturated with the consciousness of the divine. That is the knowledge of the Brahman. Knowledge of Brahman, she is an embodied form of that knowledge. And like a deepa, just like a lamp, removes all the darkness and ignorance. So similarly, Holy Mother, entirely in her life, has manifested that power, redeeming everyone, removing the darkness and ignorance of all. She is the giver, Mokshadaini. She is the giver of wisdom and knowledge. Moksha, liberation. We are all struggling. All religious traditions are teaching us only to struggle for liberation in different language. Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, different languages there. But the main teaching is to get out of all types of bondage and suffering. So she is the giver of that liberation, freedom, absolute freedom from all types of bondage, Moksha. And how she does it? She is like the holy Ganga. The Ganga is pure itself. Ganga is purity. We don't need anything to purify Ganga water. In the puja time, you will find the pujaris do purify everything. The grass, the flower, the fruit, the seed, the body, everything is purify. But no one does purify Ganga water. But they take the help of Ganga water to purify everything. So similarly, Holy Mother is that Ganga, who is nothing but the molten form of Sri Ramakrishna. What is the molten form? As we look at the vast expanse of the snow peaks of the Himalayas, it is all snow. That snow is very difficult for ordinary people to go and climb up above the Gomukh, Gangotri. Then you go Gomukh, and then you climb up above in the glacier region. We ordinary people, we cannot go to the glacier, and it's not occasionally even someone has gone there. It's a good fortune, taking the opportunity. Someone may have gone, but with much trouble, struggling much. But when that same snow or the glacier melts down and comes down through Gamukh and down to the Gangotri, down to Rishikesh, down to Kankhal, come down, and it has come to your home in Allahabad, in your home in Calcutta, in your home in all the streams of that is the Holy Mother. That highest snow peak of Brahma Jnana, which Sri Ramakrishna remains always in that absolute consciousness, going 100 times into Samadhi. Very high peak, Everest range, full of snow, and it is, we cannot reach there. Vivekananda can understand that. Brahmananda can understand that. Even they sometimes don't. Vivekananda said, we don't understand everything. What the question of we people to understand that, what is that Brahman consciousness and what is that to be charged in that? And who will redeem us? Sri Ramakrishna left Holy Mother for that great purpose. Said, what have I done? You will have to do much more than I have done. And we find what really has happened as we after looking the history as we go down. Now one time one devotee talked with Holy Mother, said that, Ma, your disciples, look at your disciples. How are they? Someone is drunk, someone is no devotion, and they're just very worldly. And see, Ramakrishna's disciple, Brahmananda, Vivekananda, this, that. And Holy Mother said, that how many? What is the number of that? And he has sent for me a streaming like the ants line of people to redeem them. So that is the Ganga has come down to us. That's why it is called, due to the compassion, Ramakrishna being compassionate, embodiment of all love and holiness, is a mother, motherly love. She has come down for us, who will give so much freedom. Some devotee went to Jairambati and tried to meditate and things. Ma said, Baba, you have come here, what your meditation? You come here, move around and eat, sleep and dance. That's your life. So did you hear any guru will tell us like that? That is the compassion, overflowing compassion. And it is spontaneously. And really, no one needs anything, having that type of grace from Mother. So that's why Jiva Dukkha Katara, she is pain at the suffering of the individual souls like us. She is the Ghanibhuta Akhila Matri Shakti, Ghanibhuta, condensed. All the mother's heart is condensed in one place. And by that touch of that motherliness, if any form is created, and that is the Holy Mother. And only her duty is a Guru Mata. She is the Ramakrishna Bhakti Datri Chaitanya Daini. She is the giver of the awareness, consciousness, Chaitanya. She is the giver, she spontaneously gives. What she gives, Chaitanya. What you see, Ramakrishna came to do that. Ramakrishna did it for public one day. When? This January 1, we celebrated that. Kalpataru Day, we call it. And otherwise he was doing that thing to limited people, to touching Vivekananda, giving tongue, writing something in the tongue of Shivananda. Today is Shivananda birthday. So someday there, And it is going on internally, one or two few people. But on the January 1, it was declared, open declaration. Anybody came, and that what he said, what more shall I say? Ki ar bolbo? Tomra chaitanya hao. You all become aware of your the divinity or consciousness. And not only saying so, touched, and whoever was there got the blessings, transformation, the knowledge dawned in the heart. Ramlal Dada was meditating, he expressed his experience that Ramakrishna touched what he did. He was meditating on the divine, but the form is not coming in meditation. Most of us, when we meditate, we don't see the divine form, Ishta Devata. No? But that day, Ramakrishna's touch instantly created experience of that someone is inside and is light, full of light and effulgence, living presence of the Guru Ishta Murti. So that type of Chaitanya, that's why Ramakrishna gave that Chaitanya. And she ended, he ended, and Holy Mother started. Holy Mother started. It is like handing over the charge. He himself has come and gathered all the spiritual energy in one place. It's called the huge generator. No, energy. It will go 1500 years, that energy, to unfold it, that spirituality, irrespective of country, caste, country, men, women of any country. This will help them to unfold the consciousness which is hidden in them. And that was handed over to Holy Mother. That's why Holy Mother is the Chaitanya Dayini. Give her Puthi, the writer of the Puthi, Akshay Sen, he has mentioned Chaitanya Dayini, Ramakrishna Bhakti Ratri. Another beautiful word. She gives, bestows the bhakti, the devotion, by which we can really get into Ramakrishna, that Brahman, Ramakrishna the Absolute, Ramakrishna the Himalayan peaks, the ever cool and calm and serene and grand ocean or existence of the snow peaks. And Ramakrishna is now has come down in the form of mother, and that's why as Ganga has come down, as I said, so Holy Mother has come down. And that is the contribution of Holy Mother, knowledge herself. So whatever she touched and whatever she did, that's why she is continuing her mission still now. She is the supreme source of supreme knowledge. In the Kena Upanishad, we read what it says, Jade tad vidduta vyadudat a itin nemimishat a. That means to understand about the Brahman awareness. The Upanishadic says in the Kena Upanishad 4.4, he says, this is when the thunderbolt comes and the flash of light happens. It is so intense that ordinary person cannot look at that. So Ramakrishna is like that saturated energy of spirituality. His spirituality cannot be fathomed, cannot be touched, cannot be tested by ordinary people. And it can come and it will dazzle our eyes. But when that dazzling light comes down, here is another example, like the flow of the electrical energy comes down, then she takes the form of Holy Mother. And that's why Ramakrishna had to establish her as Sarada. Shankara has established after that in the Sringeri Math, yes, established Mother Tripura Sundari. Such an Advaita Vedanta teacher, establishing for the good of the welfare of the world. Still now, she is being worshipped, Ma Sarada, there in the Tripura Sundari, in Sringeri Math. And here, Sri Ramakrishna, to establish that mother for the welfare of the whole world, he worshipped Holy Mother on the Dakshineshwar and put all his sadhana, the results of his sadhana, the rosary, or all that, offered everything, whatever she has, at the feet of Mother Sarada. She is that's why she is the source of bringing freedom from all bondage. Makshad Dwaro Kapat Patana Kari Kashipura Adishari. Shankara is repeating this verse that she is the mother, Annapurna, mother. She is the giver of material food, of course. Here is the Sarada. She gives both. Who goes to Jairambati or for any other problem, mother will only, he listen to the problem later on. A problem solving is not a big problem. She, not to listen to that. She can do mentally, only thinking like that, she can change the mind. So what she does more? Annapurna. She said, oh, my child, you have come. Ah, ha, ha, you look so dirty. Go, 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 get yourself into the shower. I am preparing some meal for you. He said, Mother Annapurna, not in Benaras Annapurna. Benaras Annapurna ma is standing there. And everyone is saying, oh, ma Annapurna, Bhikshang Dehi, Bhikshang Dehi. But here, that same Annapurna came as Sarada, cooking herself for the children and then feeding them. That's physical food. And in her presence, mental peace comes. Third comes, the spiritual awakening comes. So that is the moksha dwara, that darura, that the door which leads us to moksha, liberation, freedom. That kapata door is to be, she breaks through. She opens up. Opens up that door to the realization of Sri Ramakrishna. That's why we call Sri Ramakrishna. And again, not two, but as we have had the example, that is very difficult to feel or reach that highest peak of Himalayas, where Everest and all the snow peak above Gangotri, Gomukh, no? But she comes down as ordinary mother, loving mother, caring mother. So, but main intention is to give liberation and freedom, not any only material. People can give material. Suppose anyone comes to any one of us and asks some food, we can prepare a meal. We can give that much, but not liberation. That liberation is held in the hand of mother. That's why she holds the key. She holds the key to liberation. That's why it has been in the Chondi, we have heard that it has been written in the Chondi, the Nittaiva sa Jaganmurti Taya Sarvamidam Tatam Tathapi Tat Samutpattir Bohudha Suyate Mama Devanang Karja Siddhyartam Avir Bhavati Sajada. Mother is everywhere. A Brahman is everywhere. The Shakti is also everywhere. As I said yesterday, that Brahman and Shakti, they are not separate. That is the same. Wherever there is Brahman, there is Shakti. But it is when it's not manifested, we call Brahman. When it manifested in name and form, in time and space, we call the manifestation in space and time, that is Srishti. So, Mother is Nitya. Nityaiva sa Jagan Murti. This universe, the form you see, every form, everything is saturated with the Divine Mother. Nityaiva sa Jagan Murti. Toya, by that Mother, Sarvamidam Tatam. Ramakrishna is to see that his Mother everywhere, the consciousness manifested everywhere. Tathapi, they are all, though it is true, but we hear sometimes that Divine Mother who pervades everywhere, Jaganmurti Tat Samutpatti Bohudha Suyate. The Rishi Medhas Muni says that I have heard that this divine power for the good of humanity appears Devanang Karja Siddhyartham, for the Siddhi, success of the gods, the mission of the gods, the mission of the human life, to fulfill that, she appears, she comes and stands and does the work, Avirbhav. And that is the Durga Kali we see appeared in different form with the prayers. In the Chandi you can find that mother appeared different times to remove the afflictions of the gods and goddesses, etc. But not that much. That is a Rajasic manifestation. Sattika manifestation is Sarada, where that is only nothing but the blessings and realization and redeeming, the taking away their suffering of life. So this time Mother Sarada came, not holding a sword in hand like Ma Kali, or not like Ma Durga with 10 hands, 10 weapons to kill the Asura, but the same Asuras are inside. So Mother came and killed all the Asuras inside. That is her mission, but not outward, no, not holding any sword or not holding any weapon, but by the weapon of what? The weapon? What Holy Mother brought this in this time? What the weapon? Weapon of love, unconditional love, the mother's love. That is the uniqueness of this Sarada. She is the supreme knowledge and giver of supreme knowledge. She is the embodiment of knowledge, and she redeemed everyone by that. Only one weapon, she conquered the whole world, that was the love. Non-judgmental, that is the love. And there is no conditioning. Every love, as we understand in the material world, is judgmental and conditional. But that is the only love where Holy Mother stands. It is non-judgmental and non-conditional. She loves whatever we do. You remember that how, see the story of that midnight Holy Mother sleeping, and and the Bhakta came and she was shouting and howling to find out Mother to come out to see and show her face. And though, so he ultimately win by singing a song. That song we all remember again and again. How many times we repeated that? Utho go karunamoi, khulo go kutiro dar, adhare herite nari, hriday kape anibar, utho go karunamoi ma. And then, Oma, get up, and show me your divine face, no? Adhare, in the darkness, I can't see the road, I can't see anything. Adhare, Hriday kape, my heart is trembling in fear. And please come up, no? Khelai motto chilam bole, buji mukho bakaile. I was in a playful mood, so I was playing with the world and worldliness. And do you, for that reason, you don't look at me, you turn your face in the other way. Now I am giving you assurance. I will not go for playing anymore. Please do open the door. Only this much prayer. Could you believe that Jagat Janani then, she saw that the door is open and Mother is Bara Bhayamurti, showing the blessings and boon. It's Makali. And to get Makali's grace, how much austerity you have to do? How much sadhana, how much material things you have to collect? It's nothing. He only cried out and drunk, totally drunk. He's returning home maybe at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the midnight. What time he does not know. But only this cry. So Mother cannot stay there and open. And see, she is the supreme knowledge. See, by glance she can give that. What happened, we know. Then when Mother came up and he saw, his heart was totally saturated with joy. He fell down in the street, dirty street, and saluted, Ma, take my pranam. And then he started singing a song. Jatane hridaye rekho adorini shama mare. And then he felt that divine mother, that what he saw physically in his heart. So said revelation, that is the knowledge, wisdom which mother can give by glance. That is the beauty of Holy Mother. That's why she is the supreme knowledge. She, by touch, by look, she can comfort them. She is the Gyanada Mokshada. She gives the knowledge, she gives the moksha, liberation. She is Mother Saraswati. Dakat Baba, you know, the dacoit, the story of the dacoit. Walking. These are all stories. He was going, and then she could not walk with the little tiny feet. How she could make speed with the other people who are elderly. So she was falling back, and she fell back. And then the twilight, the evening twilight, and then a big guy coming. Who's there? As soon the highway robber. And what happened to that highway robber? Suddenly he got so much emotion and love, and he was carrying a big stick, and followed by his wife. Their wife is also not ordinary. Highway robber's wife. So highway will beat, and she will collect the material and then come back. That was their plan. And that is the way they are living. And what happened? And Holy Mother said, who are you? I am your daughter. Some simple sweet words opened the door in the heart of that highway robber. Do you think it is some other reason that suddenly this tiny child or daughter, one girl talking like that and changed the mind of the highway robber? Some say the dacoit saw the divine mother Kali, what is his Ishta Devi. There is that temple even now. If you have visited Televelo, in the middle, there you will find that there is a temple of Ma Kali. It's called Dakat Kali, highway robbers' mother Kali. It's really ferocious, big and ferocious. But whatever, he worships that mother and goes for killing people to take money. No, India is a peculiar country. People do all these things. Everything in the name of God, they do. Anyhow, but Ramakrishna, Ma showed her the divine form, and that is in the Swami of Jajananda wrote in the Prakriting Paramam book. There you find that he saw probably, it is his speculation, he saw probably the Mother Kali in Ma Sharada. That's why his transformation came instantly. So that is the Dakat Baba. Harish, Holy Mother was taking, these are very crude example. Many noble examples are there, but I am giving the little unusual example where they are not fit to get the blessings of this type of illumination. What happened with Horis? Horis, his mind was lost because of having some drug or something. And when he was in the Kamarpukur, and Holy Mother was there alone one day, and this Horis was chasing Mother, and one round, two round, and third round, Mother got so much tired, and then suddenly turned back and put that Horis down to the ground, and put her knees on the chest, and put out his tongue, and then started slapping right and left. And Mother said her fingers become reddened with that touch, with the slapping. It is what is the form of this Mother's form? This is called the that Bagala Mata. That Bagala Mata's Bagala form appeared. This is a gross example, as if how Holy Mother, so soft, so kind, take away all, out of compassion, is all negativity. and change the personality. And it is said that after that, he left Kamarpukur, and then he was totally transformed person. In Benares, somebody saw, and he found that he's a totally transformed spiritual personality. So this is the way Mother takes away our all the negativities and gives the wisdom and knowledge. Ramakrishna in the Gospel have mentioned this, that to receive the grace of the Lord, you have to worship Adya Shakti, that Mother. You have to please her. She is Mahamaya. She has deluded the whole world and created and maintained. She maintains and she destroys everything. She has kept everyone under the spell of ignorance. That Mahamaya, that great Mother, unless she opens the door, you cannot enter into the inner realm. If you stay outside, then you can see only things outside, but you cannot see that eternal Satchidananda conscious Purusha. And that's why Ramakrishna said in the Chandi, at the time of destroying the Madhu and Kaitava, all the Brahma and other gods praised Holy Divine Mother in that way. She is the root cause of this universe. This is all Ramakrishna's quote from Gospel. But one thing to understand, with the Adya Shakti, with that Mother, there are two aspects. Ramakrishna says Vidya and Avidya. And there is the knowledge side and also there is the ignorance side. So Mother plays in both the role. So Avidya, that deludes us and keeps us engaged in the association with lust and greed and all these things. And Vidya, that which brings in us bhakti, love, compassion, knowledge, and supreme devotion, and takes us in the path of God and godliness. So this is the Mahamaya. Mahamaya is playing. That's why one important thing is that our duty is to just to pray, just to surrender, just to ask for her grace only. So Mahamaya, she becomes like a guru. That's why we find that how many people came being disturbed in the worldly sense and came to Mother and got the liberation, and worldly suffering as also the spiritual ignorance all removed. So Mahamaya, she is herself the guru. She binds us in the way when she is displeased, and she removes every obstacle when she is pleased. That means she is pleased that means when we look at her and try to transform ourselves, then that Mother appears to us to remove our obstacles and gives us liberation. She comes in the form of Guru also, our Guru. She also removes all the bondage of this world and worldliness. That's why so much appreciation has been given in the scriptures, in the tantras about worship of the Mother. You see, Holy Mother's life, if we have so many stories, Mahapurush Maharaj, sometimes today is Mahapurush Maharaj's birthday. So Mahapurush Maharaj talks about Holy Mother in the highest esteem. Sri Ramakrishna, we all know how Swami Vivekananda used to talk about Holy Mother, how all the direct disciples used to feel about Holy Mother. So, even Big Gyanananda Swami, as I said the other day, Big Gyanananda Swami, he normally didn't go to salute Mother in the Udbodhan. And he used to go and sit in the ground, base and the first floor. And don't go to, everyone is going to salute Mother, but he will sometimes go there, but sit there and then come back. So why he does not go? Then that was revealed that he felt one day that why to go to see mother? I come here and sit in the first floor, and as I enter into my room, I feel the lotus of my heart is all opened up, and by mother's grace. Such is the power, Mahashakti, great Shakti. Vijnanananda Maharaj feeling not to go in front of mother. It is terrible. It is so big thing to uh, be in presence of her. Her presence, distance, that presence from a distance, that itself opens the lotus of the heart. Hrit Kamal, no? That's the Vijnanananda Swami's experience. Swamiji's experience, we all know. Holy Mother, Mahapurush Maharaj says, Holy Mother was the mother of all. Her kindness, her forbearance, and her patience were wonderful. How little of her do we ourselves know? But she has, out of her mercy, let me realize that she is none other than the mother of the universe. Who is saying? This is Swami Shivananda saying. I am quoting from him. That, but she has, out of her mercy, let me, means Shivananda Maharaj, realize that she is none other than the mother of the universe. None can understand her real nature unless she is in her mercy and reveals it to us. First Jogen Maharaj, Yogananda, and then Sharat Maharaj, Sarvadevananda, attended to her needs. I had also the good fortune of cooking for her once when on a visit to Jarambati. That was many years back, a few years after Master had left the body. The Holy Mother was then, and Swami Ramakrishna with me also. I forgot who it was. Perhaps it was Swami Subodhananda also. In those days, the devotees seldom visited Jarambati, and the journey too was extremely difficult. We had informed Mother it pleased her greatly to have us there. Forthwith, she became very busy about feeding us properly and making us happy in every way. Jarambati was a small village where nothing can be had. Nevertheless, Nevertheless, she arranged for milk, fish, and various kinds of vegetables. She knew that the people of Calcutta were used to drinking tea, so she arranged for our tea as well. We spent the whole day in great delight. We had a fine bath in the Talpukur tank. Holy Mother, being very bashful, would not come out in the open before us, nor would she talk to us. At night, when we had gone to bed after dinner, I planned with Swami Ramakrishna that we should cook for her on that following day. Next morning, when we broached the subject before her after tea, she at first laughed at the idea and said, how can that be, my sons? I am your mother. It is my duty to cook for you. And here you are wanting to cook for me? Indeed, instead, you will hardly be able to bear the smoke in our kitchen. With such words, she wanted to dissuade us, but we did not mind her objection and were firm on our resolve. At last argument, as the last argument, I said, we come from Brahmana homes. So why should you have any objection to take food cooked by us? The master also accepted cooked food from us. Ultimately, she had to agree, and Sri Ramakrishna and myself, Ramakrishna Nanda and myself cooked, and the mother was highly pleased with the food. That was the way. See how is it dealing with a very simple thing. Mother, and with this dealing, they are finding that mother is the divine mother, mother of the universe. So actually to understand the glory of the divine mother is so difficult for we people like ordinary people like us. But we have to understand that our her life example, enough example is there, how people coming from, say, remote villages and going to Jairambati, and mother is arranging for their food. Some people come with their children, and so many children to take care. It happened once, no, that 2, 3 children or 4 children, mother could not to arrange for them to good food and thing. Afterwards, then he had to leave, come back. This mother with the children was coming back, and then Holy Mother found that after they have left quite a distance, then some clothing, a wet cloth was hanging somewhere. And then he asked Swami Sarvadevananda, who was mother's disciple, asked him, my child, could you please go? That lady could not manage all these things. She forgot to hear, left this some chadar, some towel or something like that. And he ran, and went and catched them and gave that towel. And then he came back after walking. And then mother found another thing. Oh, there is a cloth that was given for drying, but that girl could not manage and forgot all this. Could you please go? And then again, the Sarvadevananda Swami took that and didn't hesitate, no? And ran again at a long distance. See the compassion even for little things. That's why she is the mother. She is looking at the very minutest thing of life to the highest thing of life. The range is too high, from zero to infinity. That's why whatever we want to ask, it is to be asked from mother. The mother can give both this side and that side. Because we in the world we need sometimes, no. Only highest knowledge will not solve our day-to-day problem many times, no. And we are not fit for that. Therefore, Mother King looks very carefully with our needs and helps us from mundane to the spiritual. But actually, in whatever way she does, she gives the highest spiritual wisdom. That is, she is the knowledge of Brahman. That's why Avedananda Swami has written beautiful verses about Holy Mother. She said, Satchit Sukhanubhavadayini Bodharupe Visheshwari Pranatapalini Siddhidatri Sri Sharade Bhuvana Mangala Divyamurti Matar Viraja Satatang Mamaret Saroje. Satchit Sukhanubhavadayini. What a beautiful language he has written. She gives the ananda. She is the bestower. Daini. What she gives? Satchit Sukho Ananda. Anubhava. Anubhava, the realization, the experience she can give. What is Sat Chit Ananda Brahman? She can give that experience, and she is the embodiment of Bodha, of consciousness. She is the Visheshwari. She is the Ishwari of the whole creation. Pranata Palini, who takes refuge, she takes care of that. Even don't take refuge, she goes out of the way. And if one takes refuge, then she is helpless. She says, I cannot throw away. They have taken refuge in me, no? So she is the giver of protection and giver of wisdom, whoever takes refuge in her. And Siddhidatri, all success, giver of all success. Sri Sharade Bhuvana Mangala Dibba Murte. Your mother Sharada, you are for the auspiciousness of the whole world. Bhuvana Mangala, Dibba Murti, the divine form of divine. Her form itself is all divine. That's why we sometimes think that we cannot meditate. Our meditation does not become deep. It's not needed. Just to look at Holy Mother photo. She's the embodiment of purity, embodiment of knowledge, embodiment of love. That can help us. And with the intent prayer to her, we can actually get whatever we want from, as I said, from the worldly things to the end. But not that she is not like Kalpataru, as we have always discussed Kalpataru. Kalpataru gives whatever we want, but Mother gives only whatever is good for us. Sometimes she does not sanction all the things. But we have to understand that is also her grace, that she gives not everything. If she gives everything, then I do not know what would have happened. We do not know what is good and what is bad. Everything what we wanted, it would be a total mess. But she gives this much, whatever she gives, she takes away the ignorance from our heart and releases us from all bondage. So we can now uh, feel in this way that mother is the embodiment of all compassion. Mother is the source of creation, sustenance, and destruction. No, Mother Ramakrishna, when he was Hridayaram, misbehaved with mother many times. But one time Ramakrishna said, "You Hriday, you do not know. You may say whatever you like. You can tell me. But you, if what is in her, she gets mad at one time, then you will have no place in the three worlds, in this world, that world, that world. Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, all of them try to protect you. You will not be protected. No one can. So be careful with Holy Mother. So, but she is so humble. She forgives everything, all the faults, all the defects. She does not look at that. It is her grace. So we have got some mother. So we can keep that mother into our awareness to day-to-day problems, calling upon her, telling her, as also to say, give me the ultimate experience. At least, Oma, not now, at least before I die, please come and give your vision and experience so that Moksha Daro, the door opens up and I can see your divine face as Sri Ramakrishna, the Brahman, the Atman. Okay, so we can end here.